It's time for a FootJoy fix. You know what we're fixing? We're fixing balance. How do we fix balance? Well, it's really quite simple. The reason why you get out of balance is because you don't start in balance. What do I mean by that? Getting set into balance means understanding that your weight is distributed equally in both feet. In other words, if I get set up and I have my hips a little bit open, my left foot might be in a nicely balanced position, but my right foot's going to have too much weight on the toes. And when I get too much weight on the toes and my shoulders and hips are set up in an open position, now all of a sudden when I start to swing, I'm swinging out of balance. I'm not moving my body in a proper fashion. So what I would tell you to do, these are simple things that you can do. One, what I like to do is just take the club shaft, put it up against my waist, and see if it's relatively parallel to what's going on with my knees. And I can do the same thing with my knees on my feet. If my knees are a little bit open, my hips are definitely going to be open, my weight distribution is going to be off, my shoulder line is going to be in a bad spot. So what we need to be able to do is just look down and see it. Hey, you know what? Those knees are in a good place. So I just work with knees and hips, and then what I'm going to do is make sure that I get a feel of what that feels like. And it may feel like, you know what, my hips are a little bit closed when I get into a balanced position. So now when I make that spot, now, I hit a good shot, went at my target, all right, happy about that, but look at how balanced I am in my motion after I've gone through there. Let's try that one more time. Get set up. Take that club shaft, put it right across my knees. Make sure that those are parallel. Now I'm a little close, so I just back up a bit. And now we go. And again, very good balance. All right, now that's one of the things that happens. The next thing that happens is, let's assuming that we have a wonderful setup position. Now we have to do is we have to move our body properly. And the way you move your body properly is you don't get excessively to one side or the other when you're making the backswing. What I like to tell people is I want the body to move in the direction rotationally that the club is going. So in other words, when the club starts to work back to my right shoulder, my body has to work in a rotational fashion back to the right side. And when the club is working towards my left shoulder, I want my body to work rotationally towards my left side. So when I get in here and I've got that proper setup position, now when the club starts to work back, I want to feel like I'm spinning a little bit. I want to feel like I'm turning a little bit. And the same thing is going to be true with the body as I start to come through. I'm going to feel like there's a little bit of body rotation coming through that shot. Now, that shot there didn't have a lot of curve to it. In fact, it only had about 158 RPMs to the left, which is a pretty straight shot. Greg, I don't know whether you can show that shot again, but when you look at this, what you're going to see is that kind of went out a little bit on the left edge of that target, and it kind of finishes on the left edge of that target. So all that happens there is my alignment was off a little bit, but the motion was very, very good. And the reason why the motion was good was because I was working my body in a rotational fashion in the backswing to the right and then the through swing to the left in a rotational fashion, as I said. And what that allows you to do is move in balance. Weight is going to be moving along the foot, heel to toe, toe to heel, and also then foot to foot. So we get a little bit of weight moving to the right side, and there's weight that's rotating like this, but also moving back here. And then the same thing is true as we start to go through there. And as we start to set up correctly and then rotate the body correctly, what we're going to be is we're going to be in great balance. And as we get better balance, we get better consistency, lower scores. And that's how you're going to play better golf. That is our FootJoy fix. To improve all parts of your game, subscribe to my channel and click the link below.